Hey, what's up? This is Rob here. I want to share a message about giving yourself direction. There's a habit that I do every single day, and what I do every single day is I make sure that I write my goals down. I write down my goals, I write down my intentions, I give myself direction. So I share this with my clients. I tell them from the very beginning, every single day, when you first wake up in the morning, write down what it is that you want to move yourself towards. Write down your goals, write down the top 10 list of things that you want to accomplish. And the reason why is because if you don't commit to moving towards something, if you don't give yourself some sort of direction, if you're not allowing your mind to open up to, whatever it is you want to call it, intuition, God, the higher forces, the universe, if you don't allow that to come through, and if you don't allow yourself to start writing down your intentions and writing down and giving yourself direction, what you'll do is go back or stay how you are. What I mean by go back is you'll go back to the old patterns. You'll go back to the old patterns of how you were and pretty much how you are right now. And most likely, my guess is if you're following me or if you're watching this video, you don't want to be who you are anymore. Or rather, you would rather grow or expand beyond who you are. You want to improve your life, in essence, right? So this habit is super fucking effective. It's super effective because for that 10 minutes or 15 minutes, however long it takes you, 5 minutes, you're so focused on, all right, what is it that I want to achieve? What is it that I want to move myself towards? And you start writing down your goals. Start writing down, all right, in the next week, I want to have this. In the next 6 months, I want to be at this body fat percentage. In the next 3 months, I want to be earning a certain income, or I want to have a certain amount of clients, or I want to be making this level of impact in the next year. I want to be able to launch my podcast, or I want to be able to have this in place in the next 8 months. So you want to get clear about what it is you want to experience in your life. Sometimes people get intimidated by goals, like, oh my God, like goals, they put pressure on me because now there's like, I have to like step it up, or, what if I can't get that? Or what if I miss? What if I fail? Those are all doubt type of thoughts that keep people down. And I've seen this many of times, even with other clients too. Clients who hire me and like who want to move in a certain direction, they're like, I want to do this. And then the minute that goals start coming into place, it's like, oh man, I don't know. Like, what if I fail? What if I mess up? What if I come up short? And that's the whole point. I'm getting off topic a little bit, but that's the whole point, is to move towards something. And if you miss it, that's fine, but at least you're moving in a certain direction. So it's been said on many different reports that only 3% of the human population actually set goals. Around New Year's, I think it's around 6 to 9%. I could be wrong, but it's around 6 to 9% of the people set goals. And somewhere around 3%, I think, actually fulfill them, or actually do something or move towards them, or something like that. But overall, only 3% of humanity actually set goals for themselves. So if you're setting goals, you're in that top 3%. You're actually doing something. You're moving towards something. And it might feel like, all right, well, I'm not setting goals, but I'm accomplishing things. Think about how much more you can be accomplishing. And think about it this way. The way your mind works, however your mind works, it's not predetermined, but it's more of like, well, it's most likely going to happen, or certain things are more likely to happen than compared to other people, because your mindset is set. It's like a setting. Like it's like a setting on an oven, on a stove, on a machine. It's a setting, and it's set to move in a certain direction. Now, if you were to give yourself direction, though, if you were to give yourself direction and focus on what it is that you want to achieve, imagine what that would do for you. Imagine what that would do for your life. Imagine where you would go in life, what your life would look like, taking your life that much higher because you're giving yourself direction. Now, when I write out my goals every morning, it changes. Like, some things change. There's a theme to it. What I've noticed, there's a theme to my goal writing, and as far as like the topics that come up and whatnot, and what I want to move towards. And there's some things that come and go. There's some things that stay. But overall, like I know what I want, and it's interesting because when I get into that writing flow state, because it usually takes me about 15 minutes because I do more than just writing goals. I do other little exercises in there, and I'm opening my mind up to higher consciousness, to higher vibrations. Because when you're focused on something, when you're in the moment, you're automatically, your vibration rises. And because your vibration rises, you're accessing different realms of existence. You're accessing different realms of ideas, and different things are there, right? So if you're just focused on the things that are in front of you, and it's the regular normal programming, the normal regular show, you're going to get the normal regular thinking, the thinking, the ideas, everything's going to be normal. But when you start raising that vibration, you start getting access to higher things, to bigger ideas. And then that's what puts you in alignment with different people. You attract different caliber people, you attract different circumstances, but it all comes from being able to raise your vibration. So this routine that I do, it's much more than just writing goals. So if you're a client of mine, or a previous client of mine, a past client of mine, and you still don't do this, understand that it's just so much more than just writing goals. And it is a pain in the ass sometimes, because sometimes you're just like, man, I don't feel like writing this shit. I really don't feel like it, because I do. I almost every day I'm like, I don't feel like doing it. But then I just do it. I'm just like, all right, well, I'm gonna do it because I already know how this goes. I typically don't feel like doing something, but once I start to do it, I'm like, oh damn, like, all right, I'm in the rhythm, I'm in the flow. Because that feeling of not wanting to do something, that's the normal programming. That's the old programming. That's what I'm trying to get away from. And it doesn't matter what level you're on or what level you're at in your life. If you're a mediocre performer, a low performer, a high performer, you're still going to have those moments where you're like, man, I don't feel like doing this. Because you get used to that level. And you want to keep leveling up, no ceilings, you know what I mean? So understand that's normal. Understand that if you are feeling a certain way about it, and you're like, man, I don't feel like doing this, maybe I'm out of alignment. That's a bunch of bullshit, man. Doesn't mean you're out of alignment. It just means that you're in your old programming. So that's my indicator for me, where I'm like, oh man, I don't feel like doing this. That's my old self, like trying to like just keep me normal. Like, all right, just stay average. Like, you're good, you're okay, you accomplished it, stay average. You know, just take a break and focus on this. And fuck that, man. Like, I know that. Like, I know myself. I know how I work. Like, I just know how I work. and most likely you work the same way too. I mean, we're all pretty much the same human beings. Like what I mean by our brains, how they work, they function pretty much the same. And so anyways, it's so much more than just writing goals. There's so much more that's at play. There's a lot of moving parts. So I advise you, if you're really interested in growing, if you're really interested in taking your life to the next level, no matter what level you're at, get in the habit every single morning of writing out your goals. And it's no secret. Like, this isn't like some top level secret that I'm withholding, because everybody talks about this. Write your goals. Write your goals. Write out your goals every morning. But no one does it. Look at the statistics. 3% of humanity only write out their goals. That's 97% of humanity. They're not doing anything. They're staying in their normal patterns, their normal operating patterns. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be staying in my normal operating patterns. I'm good with that. So anyways, I hope this helped you. I hope this helped you at least understand a little bit more about writing goals and the importance of that, and raising your vibration, allowing information to come through. Wherever you decide the information's coming through, it's still coming through. You're opening your mind up to bigger and better things, and it gives you self-direction. So last thing here is, I notice what happens when I don't write out my goals in the morning. So typically about one, sometimes two times a week. It's never consecutive days, but I do miss my writing assignment here. Like, that does happen. And at least once a week it does happen. I notice a huge difference in my energy and my mood and my direction. I notice a huge difference. So this morning I had to leave because, I have my daughter with me right now, and I didn't get up early enough to get some of this stuff done. We woke up at the same time, and so you know how that goes being a parent. If you are a parent watching this, there's no like flow state at all happening at all. And so I'm at the gym. We're about to go in the gym right now, and I brought my notepad with me, and I started writing. I started getting into that flow state because I want to show up my best. I'm committed to showing up my best for my clients, for my people, for my community, for my family. I want to show up my best. And I know what happens when I do commit to this process. I show up my best. I give myself direction. I allow myself to perceive more opportunities because I'm giving myself direction. My mind is focused on things that I want to achieve and who I want to become, right? So I hope this helped you. I hope this connects with you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments or send me a private message. You can always reach me at connect@thereisnoceiling.com. Looking forward to getting in touch with you later on.